Welcome back to Smiling with Erin D, and this is Ghost, CBS's original show. We are rewatching it on Paramount Plus, waiting for the new season to begin. So this is season 1, episode 16, Trevor's Pants. We're going to find out what happened to Trevor's pants. Not a surprise in the beginning, Trevor lies. He says he slept with the limo driver. And he didn't put his pants back on because you don't put your pants back on between rounds. So we also are going to be selling the watch. The watch we found in the vault on Hetty's dead husband. And so now it's time to sell it. One of Trevor's bros is going to be the person trying to buy the watch. We get some flashbacks of Trevor young and Trevor hanging out with his buddies, and we see how Trevor was a big drinker and had these guys at his firm, and they had this little game with a beer and chill, and Trevor wasn't very good at the game, but he definitely was one of the nicer guys in the groups. And Pinky, one of the guys in his group, was getting a promotion and becoming his equal instead of like the person who works for them. So they go up to the mansion and they're having a good time. And unfortunately, Pinky's got to do the run of shame. I'm totally getting that wrong, but basically it sounds terrible. He's got to go back to the city in his pants with no pants and no money and walk all the way back. And the guys are laughing, thinking he's going to get hypothermia. Terrible. Meanwhile, this guy shows up to the going to be B&B, and he is interested in buying the watch. But first, he's going to play some games, try and not seem that interested. He said he's been there before, but he doesn't mention Trevor. So, of course, Trevor is excited to see his friend, and Sass is a little suspicious of the friend, and we're going to learn why later. Also, Thor finally confronts Flower about Flower saying during the Viking ceremony that she loves Thor, and then taking it back as soon as Thor doesn't go up. But Flower does admit it's true, but she says she's not really good at relationships, not one-on-one relationships. And he goes, but you were involved with Isaac? Not our Isaac, but another guy. And she's like, yeah, but it was a throuple, so it was okay. She has commitment issues, you know? So Thor offers to take a third. This gets interesting. Back to the guy avoiding buying the watch. Now Jay is way too eager and excited. The guy's going, oh, it's not in the best condition. And Jay's like, what? Meanwhile, we see Sam trying to bring up the story about Trevor. This guy is totally avoiding it, saying he didn't really know Trevor. He knew a bunch of Trevors, really dodging the question. We see him go into the kitchen alone and making a call, saying, hey, did anybody snitch? And snitch? The ghosts are like, what? Well, finally, Sass has to tell some truth. So Trevor is talking about when he passed away. And they're like, there's some stuff you don't know. And he's like, no, I know stuff. And he's like, he talks about how he first became a ghost and he was shocked when he sees everybody. And Sass says, yeah, but you weren't really paying attention to what your buddies were doing. So it turns out all the other ghosts, they took Trevor out of the room where his body was. Meanwhile, Sass stays around because, well, Trevor was in good hands. He didn't need to be there. And he really just wanted to see the guys freak out. So the guys, it turns out, call their fathers. One of the guys says, oh, we need to lawyer up. But one of the guys, the guy that is trying to buy the watch, says, no, we just need to drop his body in the lake and tie it to something heavy, and then the problem will be gone. Isn't that terrible? They didn't even try and save their friend. Terrible. When Sass tells the truth, Trevor is devastated. And he goes, well, I would have done the same thing. And Sass goes, no, you wouldn't have, because I got some more truth to tell, how you really lost your pants. And he goes, no, I really lost it to the limo. And he goes, nope. It turned out when they were going to send Pinky out for the long walk, Trevor went into the kitchen, gave him his money clip. Not only that, he gave him his pants and his boxers. But beside the point, he did the right thing. He says he was just going to tell the guys he was having with the limo driver. That's how the limo driver lie came up. And so it turns out Trevor was the good guy out of that bunch of guys who weren't really good people. And as disappointed as Trevor is in his friends, he realizes he has true friends because the ghosts play a trick on his old bro. They in fact even bring up that beer chilling thing by hiding it in what was the drug drawer. Well, the guy goes into the drug drawer because he's freaking out, thinking that people know, and he finds the beer with a note saying, "From T, I know what you did, T Money," and that was Trevor's name. So Sam comes back in, and Jay, and the man goes, I'm going to pay double for the watch. And Jay goes, see, I told you I'm a good businessman. And Sam goes, of course you are. And Sam goes, I think you're supposed to do something with that beer, which was a reference to what they used to do. And the guy kneels and chugs, and everybody's saying chug, 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 including Jay, who has no idea what's going on. And it's really funny. So in the end, everybody shows Trevor that he has real bros now by the other ghost buddies, and they all smile. Also, one of my favorite parts of the episode is seeing them all get interviewed to be the third in the throuple. Of course, none of them know that's what they're being interviewed for. And it turns out good old Pete gets picked. But Pete doesn't want to get picked. And Pete's like, I'm out. So then we get a favorite. Crash comes back in with no head. Flower goes, this is a good compromise. It's like 2.5 because he doesn't have a head. And Thor admits he doesn't really want to be in a throuple. And Flower goes, really? And he goes, I'll wait though. And Flower goes, it could be a while. And Thor goes, you're worth waiting for. And so it's a really sweet ending. And I thought this episode wasn't quite as funny as most of the episodes, but it is adorable, and we get to find out that Trevor really is a great guy. So thank you for joining me, and don't forget to tune in next week. And remember to like, subscribe, and share. The new season will be beginning soon. So remember to join me for the new season. And remember, find a reason to smile today. Bye, everybody.